Steve Basic Architect. We're out here. You can see we're out at our Riverside Project. We're going to do a number of videos here. We're just going to do some progress walk-throughs here. I'm starting here in the basement. This is actually the homeowner's workshop. If you remember and you've been following along, he's a very avid woodworker, and he's actually going to build his own kitchen cabinets and some other associated cabinetry upstairs, vanities and such. So we're trying to get this done so he can get his equipment in here so we can get all of that started. So you can see here, being the workshop, we actually have a plywood, 3/4 inch plywood on the walls here. Behind that is our ICF formwork. If you haven't seen those videos, go check those out. And then you see in the ceiling here, we have our blue board. Now, a lot of you might be familiar with drywall and gypsum wall board. Here in New England, we typically do a blue board. You can still get it from all of the drywall companies, but they treat the joints, and then after treating the joints, they'll knock those down, they'll come back and they'll do a full skim coat of plaster. We'll see that as we go up through the building. And exactly how they do it. But down here, you can see our workshop. You know, he has some areas where he can hook up air to it. We have, you know, an excessive amount of, or just a lot of electrical service down here. You can see we have our Franklin panels, our home electrical panels. And then you can see down this wall, again, you can see all of the outlets and the electrical system set up for all of his woodworking activities down here. We also have, you know, another air there. We have our little red siren here. The little red siren, that's connected to a dust collection system. So as that system fails, because it's full, that little red light will come on and alarm the homeowner to go back there and basically empty the dust collection system. We have our 2 pipes here. The house is being run on a geothermal system, so those are our loops going out to that. And then as we go progress around back to that corner, we have our exterior door, which we can get out to the Riverside here, and that basically completes the workshop. So let me take a walk around and we'll see a little bit more of the basement here. We come out, we have the mechanical room here. We talked about this before. There's not a whole lot to see. We actually are staging a bunch of the tools and stuff in here because there's no plaster happening inside here. So they pretty much put all of the tools and that in there to protect them. Here we have our lower level media room, and you can see the blue board is in. We have our drywall returns. We're doing drywall returns on both the jambs and the head. We'll actually do some nice finished sills here. And we have that fried reglet here. You can see, if you come up close, you can see how that drywall sits inside that. That's just a simple little J channel there, but it finishes with that little metal bead, and then the plaster will come in and basically screed to that and give that a nice, clean, crisp finish there. So we have our windows, media room down here, and then lastly, as we go down the hall here, we'll have our stairwell. We've been working on that. There's some exciting pieces to that, so stay tuned. It's going to be really cool what we're doing there. And then we just basically have this large room here in the basement that they have the blue board up, but they're just starting to tape and finish that off. So not a whole lot of magic happening there. We'll go back here and we'll finish up with the workshop, right where we started. And yeah, the one thing I wanted to point out, if you missed the video last time we talked about it, we have a Franklin battery system going into this house. We don't have PVs because we're pretty much covered with trees. We don't get good solar access, But one of the things we do have in this community here is the electric utility. The price of electricity in the middle of the night is significantly less than the price of electricity during the day. So the homeowner is going to buy all of his electricity at night at the lowest rate, store it in a battery, and then use it throughout the day using that Franklin battery storage system. But that's our basement workshop tour. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. We still got a lot more coming from this project. If you haven't seen some of the previous videos, go check everything out under the Riverside playlist. We have a whole host of videos from foundation, all kinds of stuff. We did a lot of cool things here: ICF, fast form footings, 2x8 staggered stud wall framing, just a lot of cool things. So anyways, I'm Steve Basic Architect. This is the Riverside Project, and that is our basement workshop tour.